Appetizing apple dishes. That's what's cooking in the Publix kitchen.
Yes.
Chef Jason is back, the resident chef over at Publix Aprons Cooking School.
No, I'm not resident chef anymore. No, Tony is.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to be.
I just read the words in the prompter.
That's all right.
I follow the bouncing ball.
I'm like, did I get a promotion I didn't know of?
Well, when in doubt, always promote.
Yes.
And they do say don't let facts get in the way of
Yeah,
a good story.
That's
so
right.
forget about it. Go with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway.
So you're adjunct.
I'm adjunct, I guess.
So we are making soup today, and I was pretty proud of myself that I have that.
Yeah, it's actually one of 3 recipes that Simple Meals is doing today. They're also doing a juice involving pumpkin and freshly juiced apples. And then they're also doing an apple tart tatin, which is just a fancy way of saying an inverted apple tart.
Okay, but I like that. I like the tart tatin. If you serve
Tart
a tart
tatin.
tatin, people are going to be like, "Ooh, you can
sound all fancy French."
If you say upside down apple, they don't care.
Well, there's nothing better though than starting to make these things because they make the whole house smell delicious, and everybody's
doing it right.
Everybody's in a good mood because they know something good is coming.
It's the first sign of the holidays, even if it's still hot as anything around here.
89, I think it was supposed to be today.
Well, hey, that's a step in the right direction. When I get in my car and it says 105, I'm like,
But this is a fairly simple soup to throw together. We start off by doing our chili powder, a chipotle roasted garlic seasoning, and then our seasoning blend, which is really, you kind of go back to Cajun cuisine and the old famous Holy Trinity.
Okay.
So that goes in there and you saute that up for a little bit. Then you come back in and you hit it with some orange juice, fresh squeezed. Right from the container.
I saw that right when we were talking to you at the top of the show. You were squeezing in the orange juice.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Let that dry out a little bit, and then you pull that to the side. And it says to put it into a blender. Well, I'm not a big fan of taking hot items and putting them into a blender, especially one that can go boom. So I like bringing the blender
You
to
love
the
the
hot food.
immersion blender,
I
right?
do.
You guys use that a lot in the Publix Aprons Cooking School when I did my classes.
They're awesome.
And it's easier to clean than a whole blender.
Well, you got that right.
So.
I would agree. So what we've done is we blended that down a little bit, then we added in our vegetable broth, we added in some already prepared sweet potato mixture, along with our apple juice. Simply fresh.
That's good.
So good.
I mean, you know, when you say you're making a soup, to me that sounds complicated, right? But
Yeah,
this
no,
doesn't.
this is
seems like something Charlene could do.
A lot easier than
cook,
chicken soup. Chicken soup, you got to take all that stuff off the chicken. I said, that's when I told my husband, you know I really love you when I'm taking meat off of a chicken bone. It's not,
Right,
it's not
it's
fun.
Yeah, but you can save a step by actually going to the Publix deli and getting one of their wonderful rotisseries. Fastest and simplest chicken soup you'll ever get.
You can make soup out of that?
Yeah, you just rip the meat off.
Well, you still got to take the meat off of
Well,
it.
that's true.
right,
And they do
right,
have them fresh chilled. So to go along with this, because we've got our nice fresh soup that we've put fresh apples into, we've also got this apple yogurt topper.
Oh.
And so in here, we've got some green onions and some finely diced apple and some pepitas, pumpkin seeds, if you will.
Oh, yeah, that's another fun thing to do with the pumpkins this time of year. When you take them out, scoop them out, stick them in the oven, right? Put a little butter and salt on them. And
Okay, so they do.
just
So
the
it does
best.
say in parentheses pumpkin seeds. I'm like,
It
oh,
does.
I got to remember what
Roasted
the
and
pieces
salted.
are. Yes, okay, good. There's a little cheat sheet on there for
Yeah,
you.
exactly. So we've got the Fayet Greek yogurt,
Love it.
low fat. And what we want to do is we want to put a little bit of that, probably about half of that into there.
Okay.
We want to mix all that up. All right. So we got our nice hot soup
Got the little thing.
that we're going to make sure is nice and smooth, which we're looking good here. All right. And it's interesting trying to prep for a lot of these things now, especially all the events that we're doing, because of the fact that you know, we're not open right now.
oh, that's right. You guys are going through your renovation.
We're going through renovation. We're
school.
getting bigger and better. Well, not bigger, but we're getting bolder and better.
Ooh.
Yeah, all new equipment, all new cabinetry. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. We're actually coming back on the 13th as our first class, and we're going to actually be featuring some wonderful classes for kids and adults called Big Chef, Little Chef.
When in the 13th of which month? Because I know this is
November.
November. This because the 13th. What is tomorrow? Oh, Friday the 13th. Tomorrow. That's right.
Dun dun dun.
Already. Gosh, time flies when you're having fun. But when you guys get done with the renovation,
creepy
so
chef.
The 13th of November, you have. What's the class about?
The class that we're running that day is called Soups for the Fall Soul. How appropriate. And then that weekend, we're actually going to be running a class called Big Chef, Little Chef. And there's going to be 2 different runnings of that, where it's an adult and a child. And the first one we're going to run is cookies. Yeah, it's $75 for a parent-child combo. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. We run it again in December, and it's going to be Pizza Palooza. Yeah. So all kinds of good stuff.
Do you need a child to show up at these things? Because I'm like cookies and pizza. I'm like, okay, I'll go.
Well, you know.
You can always borrow somebody,
I was going to say, can you borrow somebody?
The other adult one is making soups. Okay.
Oh, well,
like
you know.
cookies and pizza. Come on.
Good point.
Yeah. But it'll be fun. It'll be lots and lots and lots.
And then what
of
am I
fun.
supposed to do with this?
So this, we've got our beautiful soup here.
Okay.
Right.
With all these wonderful flavors. And then we just want to take a little dollop of that, put it right in the center.
Okay.
That is a
Boom.
Right.
And you can stir all that up together, and it's going to be absolutely yummy,
Wonderful.
tasty.
Thank you, Chef Jason.
Yeah.
Good seeing
Absolutely
you, as always.
delicious. And thank you for
Likewise.
your help. And thanks to Publix for sponsoring today's What's Cooking in the Publix Kitchen. A reminder that you can find the featured recipes on menu cards in every store and also in this week's ad, as well as Publix.com.
Or you can go to firstcoastnews.com. You can click on the features tab, scroll down the left side of the Publix recipes, and while you're there, you can sign up for the newsletter. You'll get these recipes emailed to you each and every week.